Welcome back, everyone. It's expected that before any surgery that requires sedation, your doctor will ask you about any medications you're taking because it could impact the procedure. But did you know that includes recreational cannabis, even in edible form? And even though pot's been legal in Massachusetts for more than a year now, many people are still not disclosing usage with their doctors. That's why Western Mass News reporter Sabrina Riley sat down with a local anesthesiologist to get answers on how marijuana use impacts being put under.
Have you ever had the fear of waking up in the middle of a surgery?
There's very little chance of something like that happening. It's mostly like a science fiction kind of a thing.
Dr. Jonathan Ross with Springfield Anesthesia Services tells Western Mass News that although you might not wake up in a surgery, there are a few things that can impact sedation.
We speak to all of our patients before, and amongst the question we ask to every person would be, do you use alcohol? Do you use marijuana?
He says it's important to know what his patients are putting into their bodies so he can adjust his levels correctly.
In order to give someone proper anesthesia, you have to first compensate for that receiving end and then give the anesthetic for what someone would need for the procedure. So people who regularly take medicines like marijuana or alcohol or Ativan will need more anesthesia in order to get into that right zone.
And although marijuana is legal in the Bay State, he fears patients still don't disclose their cannabis use because of social stigmas.
We see legal and illegal medications that people take, prescribed and unprescribed medications that people take, and it's important for us to know, but it's not a judgment question. It's really just for us to safely take care of you.
A mindset that local dispensary owners have been trying to change for years.
Luckily, I think the doctors now in Massachusetts especially are becoming more and more knowledgeable and educated about cannabis usage, and the stigma is decreasing. However, it is still very tricky and a sensitive subject between a patient and doctor.
We reached out to INSA owner Mark Satiric to get answers on if he knew about the issue.
So we were talking to one of our patients who actually had their procedure canceled at the last minute when their doctor found out that they were consuming cannabis. And to us, that was a kind of a red flag. As we looked more into it, we wanted to find out more about what was going on.
And after speaking with us at Western Mass News, they decided it was time to do something about it.
Right now we're developing a campaign to encourage our patients and our adult use consumers to talk to their doctors, especially prior to any procedure. Our plan is to have a flyer that's going to go in every bag that leaves our facility, educating our customers about why it's important to speak to their doctor about their cannabis usage.
Both Satiric and Dr. Ross hope that with greater understanding on the issue, there will be greater communication between doctors and patients moving forward.
The best thing you can do is to tell your doctor, tell your anesthesiologist all the medicines that you're taking of that type, because it's what's going to keep you safe during the procedure.
Yeah, well, it is tricky and sensitive to have this conversation with your doctor. It's really for the best for everyone.
For Western Mass News, I'm Sabrina Riley.